California. His work has been commended by Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi and Barbara Lee. He's been featured as an expert legal analyst on several major networks and publications, including NDTV, Times Now, and San Jose Mercury News. His law firm, Shah Law Group PC, handles immigration and debt settlement. Listen to the Shah Law shows on Monday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and Friday, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on KLOK 1170 a.m. For more information, call 510-742-5887 or visit PeerallyLaw.com.
खुशखबरी 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 हमारे क्लाइंट्स की डिमांड पर शाह पिराली लॉ ग्रुप अपना दूसरा ऑफिस जनवरी 2012 ट्रेसी में खोल रहे हैं। जी हाँ, जनवरी 2012 में, जहां पर इमिग्रेशन, डेथ सेटलमेंट और सेकंड लोन की सेवाएं दी जाएंगी। तो वेट किस बात की, कॉल कीजिए 209-222-8529. Once again, 209-222-8529.
Shah Peerally is a renowned lawyer in the Bay Area, California. His work has been commended by Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi and Barbara Lee. He's been featured as an expert legal analyst on several major networks and publications, including NDTV, Times Now, and San Jose Mercury News. His law firm, Shah Law Group PC, handles immigration and debt settlement. Listen to the Shah Law shows on Monday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. and Friday, 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. on KLOK 1170 a.m. For more information, call 510-742-5887 or visit PeerallyLaw.com.
खुशखबरी 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 हमारे क्लाइंट्स की डिमांड पर शाह पिराली लॉ ग्रुप अपना दूसरा ऑफिस जनवरी 2012 ट्रेसी में खोल रहे हैं। जी हाँ, जनवरी 2012 में, जहां पर इमिग्रेशन, डेथ सेटलमेंट और सेकंड लोन की सेवाएं दी जाएंगी। तो वेट किस बात की, कॉल कीजिए 209-222-8529. Once again, 209-222-8529.
क्या आप स्टक हो गए हैं इंडिया में INA 221G के कारण? क्या आपको पता है ओबामा ने न्यू वेवर पॉलिसी फॉर इलीगल इमिग्रेंट्स के लिए प्रपोज किया है? इमिग्रेशन प्रॉब्लम्स आपको सोने नहीं दे रही है तो शाह पिराली लॉ ग्रुप आपके लिए लेकर आ रहे हैं फ्री सेमिनार। जी हाँ, बिल्कुल ठीक सुना, फ्री सेमिनार आपके लिए फरवरी 11 को सैटरडे एट 1 PM। यही नहीं, आपको इमिग्रेशन के साथ साथ सेकेंड लोन सेटलमेंट, शॉर्ट सेल और इंटरनेट मार्केटिंग के बारे में भी आप बात कर सकते हैं। तो आपको कॉल करना है 510-742-5887 510-742-5887 अपनी सीट बुक करने के लिए। और आप शाह पिराली, हसन अब्दुल्ला, अमित गंभीर, पवन बीरबल इन सब दिग्गजों से मिल सकते हैं।
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody, this is Shah Peerally, your attorney. Today we're going to discuss some very interesting points of law, and we're going to start first today for a change with debt settlement, and then we're going to move to immigration. We're not going to open the line we're going to open the lines around 11:20, so get yourself ready. If you have any questions, to call us around 11:20. The number to the studio is 408-912-5565. And today I have with me on the board Nate, and also I have the Chaz man, Chaz, with us.
Hello, good day to you. Good day, good day. Thanks for having me here.
Yeah, thank you very much for being with me today, Chaz. And we're going to talk about some very interesting things. But before I start, I wanted to give a big congratulations to the Shah Peerally law team. Today, we've been able to, the famous 221G. We were able to take one on, and we were able to win the case for the client, bringing the clients back in. So congratulations to the team. Congratulations to the law group. And if you want to know more about 221G or any kind of legal situation on immigration or debt settlement, feel free to call us at the office. The number to the office is 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And today we are going to talk about, in the first hour, we're going to talk first segment we're going to talk about debt settlement. And then on the second segment, we're going to mix immigration law, but also we're going to have a special guest, Koshy George, who is a CPA, who's going to be talking about issues related to immigration and accounting, and also issues relating to debt settlement and accounting. So don't go anywhere. We're going to be here till 1 p.m. So keep listening to us. And to start today, thank you very much, Chaz. By the way, we're going to talk on immigration regarding also the immigration interview, which is now Chaz have been nice to play a great immigration officer on the immigration interview, which is on our website. You can check it. It's a reenactment of an immigration interview, a serious reenactment, which is on splgpc.com. splgpc.com. It is a very, very interesting way. What we have found out, we will talk about this, is the greatest problem we have when it comes to those interviews is the fear. So maybe we are hoping that this movie will give you an idea how an immigration interview is conducted. So if you like it, please pass it to your friends, put it on your Facebook page. So we are counting on you that people will have an idea how it works. And Chaz was nice to play a mean immigration officer.
I tried to bring reality to the scene there, and hopefully we did a good job. And thanks to the people in the background who you don't see, the film and director, our cinematographer, the director, and everybody. It was a team effort, but mostly we hope that you share it with everybody so that people can get an idea what it's like when you go through the process.
That's true, and they can see also the same movie, by the way, Chaz, on Peerally.tv, Peerally.tv. And actually it's going very, very fast. 2 days it's been there. I think it's got almost 400 hits in not even 2 days. So check it out. A lot of people are really liking it. So put it on your Facebook and things like that. So let us start today, Chaz, which is something very interesting that you have been doing a lot of those shows with me and without me actually on those days, doing a great job, by the way. And we have great announcement. Actually, Chaz has a show now every other Friday, which is a Chazman show, where we are bringing talents, especially focusing also on the Desi talents, new young generation. And this week, under the Chazman show, we're going to have Mixman Shah, Chazman show.
But I want to be very clear about something. The Chazman show would not be possible without the backing of the Shah Peerally Productions and the Shah Peerally Law Firm.
Thank you, Cha. Well, we are here to help the community, and this is what's great. We are going to bring a new voice to the young Desi community, and we want to mix the American culture with the Indian culture, which is very, very important. So, having said all this, now let us start with our main subject, which is debt settlement today.
Mr. Peerally.
Yes.
For those of us who are not very clear, maybe we're not calling because we don't really know what debt settlement is. What is debt settlement?
Well, very good question. And I know you know it now, but you're still asking it. Debt settlement is a process of negotiating your debts, getting it reduced to a fraction of its value, and getting those debts out of the way. For example, many people, with the downturn in the economy, owes on credit cards, second mortgage on their houses, and they end up in a problem because they either if it is a couple, one of them lost their job, or have a reduction in their salary, or have any kind of hardship, like a new family member added, things like that. They still don't want the headache of a loan on their head, but they cannot file bankruptcy, or they don't want to file bankruptcy. What we do, we negotiate those debts. We don't, and when we say we're negotiating those debts, Chaz, is a different way of negotiating, because we are lawyers. We are licensed to do that. Whenever we are negotiating, we have a lot of more power to negotiate things than a regular person or a non-lawyer. And you know that by experience.
Yeah, and because you're licensed, everything is kept strictly confidential.
Exactly. And plus, not only confidential, once as a lawyer we do that, we basically can control the situation where the bank cannot call and harass you. We have a very good video on that, and you work on that too, right?
Yes.
Very good video how they will call you and harass you, harass your neighbor, harass you at work. We will put the FDCPA letter and we block them from calling you. They can still write to you, but we can at least prevent the collection agencies from calling you and making you feel ashamed at your work. While being in debt is not a curse, you know, everybody, the economy was doing well, everybody was doing well. We thought it was going to last forever. But now it's not lasting forever. So we have an option for you. What we do, to go back to your first question, what it is, in simple terms, for example, your $100,000, we can reduce that debt to maybe only $20,000 or sometimes $10,000, and the rest gets written off. And it's not a debt consolidation, by the way, and you know that.
I was just going to ask you, how does debt settlement differ from debt consolidation? What's the difference?
Well, the debt consolidation is a program where they will put you, you put all your debts in one basket and you do one payment. The truth is that most of those debts you end up by paying actually maybe the same amount on the debt, or if only like maybe 80%, which is already a lot. What we do in debt settlement, we will reduce it to maybe 10%, maybe 20%, depending on the situation, maybe 50%, and you do one payment and it's done. Okay, even one payment, sometimes they allow us to divide it in maybe 6 payments, and sometimes we got one with 12 payments, one with 18 payments, and there's no interest attached. And we don't ask you to...
There's no interest when you do debt settlement.
Yes, they get rid of the interest. They give you one deal. They say, okay, this is how much you get to pay every month, and that's it. After you pay that, you're out of it. The rest is forgiven. They will forgive you for that difference of the debt. And the good news, Chaz, is that so far, we touch wood, and thanks to God, we have almost 100% success rate.
You do have a pretty good record.
So we have done almost 400 of them, and everybody's happy. People who are skeptical coming to us in the beginning, when they come out, they say, I couldn't believe it. It just happened.
And when someone has these financial issues going on, they think they might need debt settlement, how much does it cost to come and see you? Just to initially talk to you about it?
Debt settlement, we don't charge anything. Immigration is a different story, but debt settlement, we charge you only when we win the case.
Oh, so it doesn't cost me anything to come
no.
just see if I even have a legitimate case to go through this process?
No. We will, for the negotiation, until we get the deal, you don't have to pay us. But the day we get the deal, you pay us and you pay the bank. It will be all be on paper. And if you want to know more about debt settlement, you can also check our website, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. And we have even posted some pictures on our blog of settlement letters coming from the bank so that people know it's happening, right? So it's there. We have hundreds of those. I'm trying to scan them and put as many, but I have to kind of clear all the details so that it stays very confidential. None of the confidential information will go out of there. So we edit it in a way that you will see only the amount of the debt, but we know it's coming from a bank so that people know it's real, it's happening. And it's happening only because of the effort of the team negotiating those debts. And it's kind of interesting because I see now a lot of people are getting into this area, lawyers and non-lawyers. But the truth is that it's about experience, how you do it, and the connection basically, and the good faith you built with those banks. We have been doing it for 3 years now. We have done an excellent job. And if you want to know more, call us right now at the office, 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887, and we would be glad to kind of explain the debt settlement and do a consultation on debt settlement for free for you. Having said that, Chaz, the biggest problem now is the home.
The home. The second loan, the first and second loan. Yes, tell us about this.
Yeah, this
HELOC?
Yes, HELOC. What's happening is that many people are in their homes and their homes is underwater. For example, and back in the days when loans were easy to get, most people were taking 2 loans on their houses. They would be taking a first loan and a second loan. The first loan pretty much is a secure loan. Once it gets foreclosed, they cannot come after you for the money, the difference. But the second loan, they can come after you. So unless there's a short sale in a foreclosure, they can come. We can negotiate those loans, get rid of them for you, and you can see we've gotten great results. We had one client, $240,000. We settled for only $40,000, and he got $200,000 written off. And we have another client who had $119,000. It was written off for only $11,000, for $19,000. I'm sorry, and then the rest came out, and they kept the house. The best thing is that they kept the house. So the reason that you want to have this done is to be able to feel good about keeping your house and able to do a mortgage. Because what is the most important thing right now? Is credit cards, maybe you can deal with it. But losing your house is something big. We don't do loan modification, by the way. We're talking here about a debt settlement, basically canceling those debts to a fraction of its value. And if you want to call right now, the number to call is 510-742-5887. I think we have one caller. Let me take the caller now. This is Shah, Peerally. You're live on air.
Shah, surprisingly, you started the debt settlement instead of immigration, but I have an immigration question, though.
Yeah, no problem, sir. I was going to go into immigration in a few minutes. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
So, under EB2 category, I-140 is approved. Now, if I want to move to EB1 category, do I need to go again from the labor and I-140 again? I know, thinking that the eligibility criteria is already done.
EB1 category is not the same. You don't need a labor certification under EB1, by the way. EB1 you have to qualify, and EB1 actually, if you qualify, sometimes you don't even need an employer. So no, it's EB1. If you file, you can even file the adjustment of status together with it. So there's no labor certification on EB1. If you're moving from EB3 to EB2, yes, you have to do a labor certification. But EB1 you don't have a labor certification. It's waived.
Okay.
You go straight I-140, I-45. If you qualify for it, you'll get your green card within 6 months because it's current for even from India.
Okay.
Okay.
And are you gonna start discussing about the retrogression, which
yes.
was announced?
Yes. We're going to talk about that. Give me 5 more minutes, and I will be all over it. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Great. Before I take the other caller, let me finish on the subject of debt settlement. By the way, Chaz, because this is very, very interesting. For those who want to settle their debts, like I said, and those who are in trouble and they want to get out of financial trouble, call us at the office. 510-742-5887. And also, if you want to have an assessment of any judgment, if the bank has a judgment against you, by the way, or they're filing a lawsuit, who you call? Last time Marco was saying Ghostbusters, but you call us. The number is 510-742-5887. I'm talking here about second loan on your house. Credit cards, of course, we can do them, but second loan like KLOK. Those are the ones that people are more interested in, and we get them done, and we don't charge you any advance fees for that. When we get a deal, you pay us and you pay the bank, and you're out of it. And you can just see the examples. We are getting settlement right and left. We just got 3 of them. I'm going to post them soon on Friday. Actually, more coming soon. So we know what we are doing. We've done it, and so far, anybody you will talk to, they will not be able to say we didn't do it for them. Those who we couldn't do, it's a different story because at the outset, we know it couldn't be done. But the others, even those we thought we couldn't do, we tried and we got it done. So that's the interesting part. So call us, 510-742-5887. Before I jump into the immigration section, by the way, Chaz, we have another caller. Let me take the caller. This is Shah, Peerally. You're live on air.
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Am I speaking to Mr. Shah?
Yes, this is Shah.
Yes, thank you for taking my call, Mr. Shah.
You're welcome. What can I do for you? Tell me.
Yeah, I know this is off topic, but I had an immigration question.
Oh, it's not off topic. Don't worry. I just started with that settlement. I'm going in immigration right now, so you're perfect. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. I applied for F4 immigration visa for my sister and her husband and their son. Now, this was in August 2001. And because of retrogression, it went back. The visa number was current and it went back.
Yes, I know
now,
that. Yeah.
Their son is going to turn 21 in the month of September.
Yes.
Is there anything that can be done to have him stay on my sister's petition, or he will be dropped from...
Is he married?
No, he's not.
Okay, he might still be staying on your sister's petition under the Child Status Protection Act. You need to minus the time it took for the I-130 to get approved. So the first step when you did, let's say it took 2 years to get approved. You minus those 2 years, which make him only 19. So that's how it works. It's a little bit hard for me on the air to kind of assess it, but that's how the system works. So when it was filed, you minus the time that...
When the I-40 got
I-130 got approved. I-130. Okay?
I-130,
yeah.
sorry.
So minus the time. If it took 2 years to process it, it's good for you because then those 2 years can be subtracted and you can use it. Okay?
Oh, okay. And if I need to contact you, can I get your office's number?
Sure, let me give you that. The number is 510-742-5887. And you can call right now. We have a great team. They will pick up your call and they will make an appointment with us. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And the number again is 510-742-5887. Yes, Mr. Chaz, man. Chaz having a great show coming on this Friday, and we have a special guest, right, Chaz?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. This guy's awesome. We're going to have Mixman Sean.
Mixman Sean coming on board on Friday.
Yes. Now, this is a genuine, can I say genuine Desi superstar who has crossed the borders.
Definitely.
He's I believe he's Indian. Is that right?
Yes, he is. He's Indian.
Yeah, he's Indian,
he's from Punjab,
and he's also very popular in the mainstream.
Yes, exactly. This is the kind of things that we promote in the Shah production. This cross-border, giving talents chances. But he's already a talent. But he's going to be with us for 2 hours, guys. Playing. Actually, he has told us that he's going to play some really exclusive hits for not hits, but new stuff that is coming, that he will be playing for us. Hopefully on this Friday. So don't mix this Friday show. I will be there too because I can't mix Mixman Shan. I will be there from 10 p.m. to midnight. So, Chaz, let's go back to the law. We know we have fun. So, the law now, the bad news, like everybody was saying, is the retrogression possibly of the visa bulletin. And I mentioned that on my blog, Immigration Legal Blog. And unfortunately, we are expecting a retrogression up to 2007 for EB2. Bad news. Hopefully, it won't happen, but it seems it's going to happen. I think we have another caller. Let me take the caller. This is Shah. You're live on air.
Can I talk to the guest CPA? I have a question for him.
Oh, he's not yet here. He will be here in 10-15 minutes. So you can just call back in 15 minutes. He will be here. I told actually he got a little bit delayed. He will be here after 12:30. Okay. Okay. Good luck to you. So what we were talking about again, we're going to have Koshy George, our great CPA, coming with us, and Koshy is a very, very good CPA. He has worked for the top for the best in the world, actually, and he will be talking about issues with immigration. And
he's a very talented and disciplined individual. The gentleman speaks six different South Asian languages.
Oh yes. He speaks so many languages. I can't even remember the number of languages, right?
That's incredible. And
his number, you can reach him right now if you want on 408-833-5830. 408-833-5830, and the number to call to our office is 510-742-5887. And again, Chaz, we're talking about some side news.
I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
For somebody who doesn't know, like me, and I'm being honest, I should know. I should have looked it up, and I didn't. But what is retrogression?
Retrogression. A very, very good question. Retrogression is what happens in the system of the immigration system. It's a two-part process. One part is the immigration stuff itself, and the second part is the State Department. What happened? Even immigration approves a case in certain conditions, depending on who is applying for who. The State Department have a say how many green cards they are going to issue. What happened? They have a quota for those green cards. So let's say, for example, they have 100,000 quota for Indians who are brothers and sisters. And again, it's not 100,000. I'm just giving an example. Then they got 105,000 applications. What they will do, they will borrow for the next year. So the next year quota now only 95,000 is left. So what happened the next year, they got 150,000. So they borrow from the other year. And what happened because of this, it went backward and backward and backward. And that's what unfortunate situation is, that people are not getting their case done. So, and again, now we got Koshy back with us. Now he's going to be coming and joining us. But before I start getting Koshy involved, so I am going to talk about, I talk about debt settlement. And also now we have Koshy, the famous CPA, doing an excellent job, by the way. I highly recommend him. And I wanted to talk to you about about what's happening in the arena of the retrogression. We know there is a retrogression coming up. It has been announced, but it has not been finalized. So we're moving from EB2 to EB2 is going to go backward probably to 2007, unfortunately. And today, just to let you know, this is going to be recorded. So Koshy, you're on camera, so smile. This is going to be uploaded on YouTube, so that's sure you can listen to it again. And I was talking about different things. Welcome, Koshy, by the way.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. And we're going to start getting into really the discussion of both accounting and other issues. But I was announcing a little bit about the EB2 retrogression, which is something very, very bad. That can happen and hurt a lot of people in the Indian community. We're expecting a retrogression going back to 2007 for the Indians, and this is so unfair. Just like the 221G is unfair, the retrogression on the EB2 is also unfair. But I have a good news on the 221G and a good news for our client, because Hassan and the team in the office was able to fight a 221G and get the client here really fast. So if you want to know more or you get stuck on 221G, call us at the office on 510-742-5887. Again, I repeat the number 510-742-5887. I'm going to be opening the line. You can start calling now on 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. The other thing I wanted to mention, and we have a good YouTube on that. By the way, you guys have to check our YouTube. We are getting excellent YouTube coming up now. Before it was like okay quality. Now it's getting better quality. We hope it's going to get improve. And we have a very good discussion between me, Hassan, and Anu, basically moderating this, where we are talking about immigration and EB2 moving from your EB3 to EB2. Why you should move from EB3 to EB2? Even if there's a retrogression, it's a good idea to move there, because you can still use a priority date of your EB3 and get yourself a green card, because we don't know how this thing is going. The way it's going, according to some of my friends, they are saying 70 years. And Bantuji is here, long time no see, sir. Thank you. So we are talking about immigration law. This is Shah Peerally. The number to call is 408-912-5565. If you want a private consultation, you can call at the office 510-742-5887. And I'm going to start, Koshy, before I start getting into the accounting aspect of it, a very good video that we put out this week. It was recorded a long time ago. I never had a chance to really sit down and edit it. It's a good quality, not perfect because we did that pretty fast, but it's a reenactment of an immigration interview, because many people going to the immigration interview, guess what? They get scared. The biggest problem is fear. So we hope this video will help. And you can see this video. It's on our website, the main website of Peerally Law, which we can reach also by typing splgpc.com, splgpc.com. So Koshy, now let us talk a little bit about accounting and immigration, because this is what many of our listeners are interested in. First of all, I want you to introduce yourself for our new listeners. Koshy, you have worked for Pricewaterhouse. You are a hotshot. Tell us quickly about you.
Good afternoon, listeners. It's a pleasure to be on the Shah Peerally Law Show. And a little bit about myself. I'm a CPA. I'm practicing here in the Bay Area, and I have clients across the U.S. and even abroad who consult with me on tax-related matters, be it U.S. or international taxes. And we also are a firm that provides accounting services as well as payroll and other related services.
So how do we reach you, Koshy?
Well, 408-833-5830 is my cell number, and you're welcome to call me at that number. Yeah.
Great. So, Koshy, today one thing we have been discussing very frequently is the situation of people on OPT, yes, because they find themselves paying social security taxes which they should not be. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. When you are on an OPT status here in the United States, the employer should not deduct FICA taxes. Basically, FICA taxes are your Social Security and Medicare taxes. They should not be deducted. In case they're deducted, the first line of defense is to contact the employer and let them know that they should not be deducting that, and then you can get a refund from them. If they are not willing to do that, there is a form number 843 that needs to be filled out and sent across to the IRS, and you will get the refund back if you're on OPT.
Okay, and how about H1B?
Well, if you're on H1B, then the employer is expected to deduct the FICA.
Yeah,
taxes,
because
yes.
H1B leads to probably a green
that's
card.
a work visa.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So that's a very, very interesting point, ladies and gentlemen. If you are on OPT, remember that Social Security taxes, that's what we call
Social
it, right?
Security and Medicare, which
cannot be taken from your taxes.
Yeah,
so
they're called
remember
FICA
that
taxes.
and make sure that your employer. So if you're an employer, make sure you're not deducting that. And if you have any problems, probably the person to call is Koshy, and you can reach him. And the number is 408-833-5830. That's the number. And your website is
it sounds like a radio station.
Yes, that's what I was letting you say.
It's www.kpgcpa.net.
Exactly. And I think we have a couple of callers. Let us take the caller, Koshy. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, this is Praveen.
Hi, Praveen. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What can I do for you, Praveen?
Well, I have a couple of questions regarding tax returns.
Go ahead. Koshy is there.
I have like an account there. It's a domestic account or India. Do I need to report here or?
Praveen, you have to report only if you are a green card holder or a citizen of the United States, because here
I'm on H1B visa.
My friend, you just don't have to report any of your global income other than the income here that you earn here in the US.
No, if I because I transferred money from here to there, right? I'm saying around $20,000 USD dollars are there, and my dad is we have like power of attorney there.
Yes.
But its account is mine. It's a domestic account. Do I need to report here or?
No, not at all. Not at all. If you transferred money from here, the banks, they are mandated on reporting to the IRS, basically to the Department of Treasury, that X amount of money has been transferred. And if seems like it's above the threshold, this is not the routine kind of foreign bank account reporting that you do. You've done this just at a one time. You can, even in any case, the bank has already reported. There is no specific mandate on you unless the bank says that, you need to specifically fill out this form and send it out. Then you need to do it. But this is not the type of issue that a lot of the other people are facing with regards to foreign bank account reporting. That's what I wanted to get across to you.
Okay, that's nice, because some of my friends are all in the H1B visa. They are like, asked to report when they go to HR and tax cut service, right? They told, mandatory report and file the one form, the 92 some form is there, right?
Yeah. That form is for it's called the F-bar form. It's a TD, it's a long number form. That's not the form on which this kind of stuff that you're talking about needs to be reported.
So I don't need to do anything, only file the tax.
Not at all. Just file your tax, bindas.
Thanks you very much.
Want to file your tax, just give a call to Koshy, 408-833-5830, 408-833-5830. And for immigration, this is perfect actually, Koshy. You know what is interesting in that, what we're talking right now today? We are talking about a situation where many people, when they're asking their accountant, they have their immigration which is going in parallel with the accounting, and the accountant cannot answer the immigration side, and I cannot answer the tax side. So we are a great combination right now. We are complementary, and we are able to tackle that issue that I get all the time, by the way. I got a company who was panicking because they have been retaining those taxes on those OPTs, and they didn't know. They said, we just found out, and I myself, luckily on that same day, I met you and we got the answer. And I was very, very happy I got this answer. And that's how we became friends.
Typically, when the foreign student is working on the university campuses already know about it. So they don't deduct it. When they issue a W-2, they don't, or when they give the pay stub, they don't deduct it. But outside employers, where the foreign student gets to be employed with for up to a period of 29 months, that's the time when many of them don't know about it.
Exactly.
The employers, I mean.
Exactly. Let me take another caller. We have a bunch of callers right now. This is Shah Peerally. You are live on air.
Hi. I have a question on some EAD applications.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. I'm listening to you.
So I filed for I-485 in February, early week.
Yes.
I got my fingerprinting notice.
Okay.
Just a couple of weeks back. But I didn't get any EAD card yet. So
when did you file? In February, you said?
I got my receipt notice date in February 1st.
Okay.
And I didn't get my EAD approved yet, but I got a fingerprinting notice,
yes,
which is scheduled in April early week.
Mm-hmm.
So, any ideas on why it's getting delayed? Because I have
it's not being delayed. That's the timing. It takes between 60 days to 90 days to get an EAD. That's a normal track. It's nothing delayed right now. That's have been going on for years now. I think since 2007 they've been doing that. So you're not delayed. You're in the right track. Once you pass 90 days, then you go and do an inquiry. Okay?
Okay. And so some of my friends who applied after me, they got EAD approved before the fingerprinting notice. So
that's not usually the procedure. They cannot approve you on the EAD technically without the fingerprint, but sometimes it happens, a glitch. But the truth is that general people are like you. They do their fingerprint, then they get their EAD. It's not your friends are the exceptions. You are the rule. Okay? Okay.
The reason I'm asking this because I heard that EB2 is moving back.
Yeah, EB2 will be moving back now, but because you filed it, this is a very good question you just brought. Because you already filed it, your application is on file, your EAD will come. Even maybe your green card will be delayed, but your EAD will come. Okay, unless there's a problem on your application. That's why it's very important to have a good lawyer handling the case, because I had situation back in the days where they missed it because the lawyer filed the wrong paperwork or ticked the wrong box. Luckily, we were able to fix it, but the truth is that they don't have to fix it all the time. They say you filed it wrong, you got rejected, and now when you refile, it's too late. So once you are in, you are in. Now it's a matter of waiting. Hopefully the retrogression or you reach your date, you'll be fine. You'll get your green card. But the EAD will come. If you don't get the EAD within 90 days, give me a call at the office. I can intervene for you or talk to your lawyer to intervene. Okay?
So in order to get a green card for me, I need to get a green card before May, so that because hopefully, assuming that in May it will retrogress to 2007.
Yeah, that's what they're saying in May. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, but they have not yet said exactly. It's just an announcement that was made, and we are hoping that they are wrong, but I doubt they are wrong. Okay.
Another question I have: EAD. If I get an EAD, can I immediately move out of the job?
Yeah, you get an EAD. It's a different story. Moving out of the job is okay. But you can move out of the job technically. If you are changing job, you need to do AC21, which is recommended. It's not necessary. AC21 will only apply if 180 days has passed and you move to a same or similar position. So be very, very careful on that. And it's very hard for me to analyze it.
Why is that rule? I need to comply with that rule, or
yes, you need to comply. Unless, let's say you're working for company A, they got your EAD there, and you want to work for company B part-time, or that's fine, but your green card will be sticking to company A. If you go and work for company B and company A is upset now, then you have a problem. That's why you have to wait that 180 days rule, then you can move. But if you get the green card, that's a different ball game now. If you get the green card and you move to company B right away, there is a situation where they can assume it's fraud. So before the green card, 180 days, you're okay to move under AC21. After the green card, you stick there and you don't you move, there is an assumption of fraud, a presumption of fraud. So you need to be careful. That's why it's a case-by-case basis. If you want to call me, I can analyze it. Call me at the office on 510-742-5887. Let me take another caller and then I can talk to you more. Okay? Bye. This is Shah, Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, my name is Deepak. I just heard you guys talking about OPT.
Yes, sir.
So,
go ahead.
Yeah. So my wife is a F1 student, and she worked almost entire last year on OPT.
Yes.
So, and I haven't looked at her W-2s yet. So I just wanted to know, when we file taxes, would we be better off filing married as separately or married as jointly, or it doesn't make a difference?
That's Koshy's answer.
Hi, Deepak.
Hi.
Hey, yeah, you could absolutely file married filing jointly.
Okay.
And the only technicality here is that when she files, she's a student, but at the same time she's married to you, right?
Right.
So she's still on an F1 visa.
She's still on F1.
And you're on
H1.
You're on H1.
Yes.
Okay. So, you are a resident in terms of for tax purposes, and she's a non-resident for tax purposes. So that kind of puts you in a little bit of an. I would, it's a little technical. You could either opt for filing single, and she can file separately, or if you file together, what happens is some of the resident-related aspects start applying to her also, and by default. That's the thing.
Right.
Now, the what you need to look out for is look on the W-2. Look for the two boxes, the Social Security box and the Medicare box. If those are empty, then there is no Social Security that has been withheld from her salary. That's what that means.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're saying that if there is no Social Security and Medicare taxes deducted from our paychecks, we are better off filing married as jointly.
Yes, that's what I think. I understand.
Yeah, it needs to be decided. It needs to be determined, because what happens is, if supposing your salary, the amount of Social Security that needs to be withheld is not sufficient enough, you might land into a situation where some of it gets withdrawn from hers also. That's what that only a professional will be able to determine. So otherwise, if you or file separately to avoid that anomaly.
Why don't you do this, Deepak? If there's a chance of you getting a good refund, it's worth it to talk to a CPA privately and analyze the case, because guess what? Let me tell you another aspect now. Koshy is looking at the accounting aspect. Since you're married to that person and down the road maybe she's going to move an H4 or anything, you don't want to have any situation where your taxes are being too much separate, because it will look like there's something not right going on. So maybe you should talk to Koshy and maybe talk to us if you want to get the aspect of the immigration. And you can call Koshy or call my office on 510-742-5887. Just make sure you're looking at both angles. That's why I wanted to have Koshy here. Yeah, there's the angle of the money and the angle of protecting your status. So you don't want your wife to down the road to have to explain she's your wife.
That's why I'm also going with married filing jointly. Yeah.
that's where the whole thing, because I know these are real things. These are not like you're trying to cheat taxes. You have those exemptions. You want to take advantage of them, but you also have to look at your status. So be careful on this. Okay.
But the federal and the state taxes does not make difference.
No, that is a separate matter. That would still need to be paid. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, you have to pay the big ones. Okay. Yeah. Good luck to you. Thank you very much for calling. Very interesting question. This is how it merges, Koshy, and makes it so fun to discuss both.
True.
So let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, I have a question for Mr. Shah.
Yes, this is Shah.
Actually, we have our EAD and AP approved.
Yes.
And we are traveling to abroad tomorrow, actually. But we came to know last week, that our EAD was I-485 was approved. So, but we still haven't received our cards.
Okay, very, 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 very good question. I want you to right now go online, uscis.gov. Oh, if you cannot get an appointment, I want you to drive. Where do you live? San Jose, San Francisco? Which is closer for you?
Fremont.
Oh, you're in Fremont. You're going to be in San Jose. I want you to go there, even if you don't get an appointment. Even if you have to stay there one full day, you're going to go there and take your approval notice, get a stamp on your passport. It's an I-551 stamp. This is going to be a savior, because otherwise what's going to happen, if you leave right now, the AP is no longer valid. You will have to go and get that stamp at the U.S. consulate, and the headache of being there. So I want you to do that right now. Get it done and get it over. Even if you cannot get an appointment online, just go and show up there and sit down there whole day if you have to. Get the stamp on your passport, and then you travel. Okay?
Oh, because we are traveling tomorrow, so...
You go today, you go right now. It's still what time right now? 1 o'clock? It's open right now. You leave everything, you go there. Okay? Because your AP is no longer valid. Okay?
Okay. So that's located in San Francisco, right?
No. There's one in San Jose on Montgomery. I forgot the street. Go on USCIS website. Monterey State. Yes, it's just actually it's close to our radio station. You take Tully, you go straight. But you go right now. If you're at work, leave the work. You go right now and tell them this is an emergency, and bring your ticket with you. Bring your wife. Bring your children passport. Bring everybody with you. You go and get that stamp, because it happened to one of my friends. The lawyer didn't tell her, and she went to a lot of problems back in India to get the stamp. Okay.
So I just need to take it from the online printout because I didn't receive any like approval.
Yeah, just take the
letter.
online printout and go right now. I don't promise you they will allow you in, but if you go and you tell the guy, the officer at the door, this is an emergency. Bring your airline ticket with you. You need to get in to get that stamp because remember your AP is gone now, so you cannot use the AP. Please go and do that, and then you'll be fine. As long as they put the stamp represents your green card. And congratulations on our approval. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. And the number to call to our office is 510-742-5887. I'm talking to this gentleman who's a great person. By the way, Koshy, you said you work for Pricewaterhouse, right?
I did.
Oh, wow. That was my dream when I was in school. I wanted to work for Pricewaterhouse because I wanted to be an accountant, by the way.
It's a tremendous firm.
Yes, actually, it was a dream firm. It's like everybody I remember in school because high school I did accounting and also college, and I wanted to work for Pricewaterhouse, and I ended up being a lawyer. That's a funny one. So I think we have one more caller.
They do hire lawyers too.
Yes, true. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air. Hello. I think we lost a caller. Let us go ahead with our show now. I don't think we will be taking a lot of callers because I think we have only 10 or 12 more minutes to go. And we were talking in the beginning before you came, Koshy, about, and with Chaz with me, he's hiding on the back now. Chaz, say hi.
Hello there, I'm still here.
He's still here. So, Chaz, we were talking about our movies that we have done, and we are kind of trying to promote the new generation. And if they want to contact Chaz to be part of the Shah Peerally Productions, what number they should call? Who to call? Not Ghostbusters again, okay.
They can contact me on the Facebook, Carlos Chaz Laredo. Chaz is spelled C-H-A-Z. Or they can call at 510-921. 0369, and we are desperately seeking out some Desi talent out there. I know we have a very talented community, and I want to bring some exposure to you. So contact me. Let's talk.
Yes, exactly. The idea is to give a chance to the community, and in return, the community, we want to be honest in this. The idea is to promote social messages, and we want to use the young new community to do this so that one stone we kill two birds. Basically, the idea is to promote social justice, and all the movies that we are doing, movies or songs or things like that, will be related to something which is related to social justice. Anything can be social justice, debts, immigration, domestic
abuse.
Yes, big thing, shattered freedom.
You know what's wonderful about what we've got going on is, yes, we're looking for new up-and-coming talent. And while we're helping you get some exposure and some training, you're going to be helping other people who are watching these videos and listening to you on the program and learning from you, the values that we represent.
Exactly. And today, the show that we have today also is going to be going on YouTube, and as soon as we are done from here, hopefully I'll be able to upload it with Koshy with me. Finally, I got him on camera. And Koshy, now let us talk a little bit about anything interesting you want to bring out for the community. Tax season is coming really fast. I think 3 more weeks to go. So what are the tips you will tell our tax listeners today?
I want to talk specifically about 1099C, which I believe, Attorney Shah, is an area where you are involved at the front end
yes,
of settling
the debt
settlement
settlement, yes.
your clients.
After your debt is settled, by the way, guys, which we get all the time, that difference of the money that they basically forgive you is forgiven by the bank, but they will still issue a letter which basically says it's kind of an income. So you need to deal with that, and a good CPA will help you deal with that. Even you have to pay taxes at the end of the day, you still pay less, but you still have to deal with it. So tell us about this question.
Folks out there, I just want to let you know that there is a certain form that you get called 1099C, which is issued especially in a situation where a debt has been forgiven, whether it is a debt on a primary home or an investment home or a credit card debt. You get a form called 1099C. That is the forgiven portion of the debt that was settled. And that forgiven portion, my friends, is deemed as income by Uncle Sam. And so do not ignore that form. Do not trash it. Do not shred it. That is a very important form, and you cannot say later on...
You don't make paper plane with them.
Yeah.
That's what I do with every paper I get.
You cannot claim that, oh, I didn't know about it, when later on Uncle Sam sends you a notice. So do see a CPA and talk to him or her about it, and let them address the issue for you. And there are categories under which that forgiven debt can be treated as exempt, and you may not have to pay any taxes at all. But that is something that has to be determined by a CPA for you. So do not ignore that form. It's a very vital and important form as far as this year is concerned. A lot of people have been receiving it. The IRS themselves claim that more than 6.5 million of these forms have been sent out by various creditors across the nation. And the numbers have increased ever since the looming debt problems that many individuals have been facing.
Definitely.
So it's a very important area, and don't think that this is just a useless form. No, it is not. It is not a useless form. It's a live wire.
Well, this is where it gets interesting, Koshy. Many people tend to just think that, okay, if I ignore things, it will go away. Things don't go away.
No.
A debt will not go away. Dealing with taxes will not go away. And if you're having problem negotiating for your taxes too, let's say you owe a lot of money to taxes, Koshy is here. I'm pretty sure he can help you. And you do that just like we do debt settlement. We don't do tax negotiation, but Koshy can do tax negotiations. His number is 408-833-5830. 408-833-5830. Am I saying the right thing?
408-833-5830. Correct.
Before we get into the 1099C, because of the time limit, but not before, we already got into it, but I wanted Koshy to ask you, this is very interesting, since we are talking about debt settlement, tax negotiation. What happens if you, I know the repercussions, there is also jail time sometimes not paying your taxes. Can you negotiate this tax and get people sometimes out for lesser of what
Yes.
they owe? So tell us an example if you have one in mind.
It is possible. I'll tell you a very recent instance. I deal with clients who undergo spousal abuse, and one very recent instance comes to mind where the husband has been so brutal to his wife, where he literally threw her out of the house in the 8th month of her pregnancy. And this poor woman was left to fend for herself. Now, by the way, this is a qualified lady. This is not some woman who doesn't have any education. And that's the predicament she found herself, and she came to me, and I filed for her taxes. Now, typically she should be filing as married filing separately, but at the spur of the moment, not realizing what her predicament was with 2 parents with her and a 1-year-old infant, I filed for her as head of household. And later on, surely she got a notice from the FTB saying that, hey, your husband has filed as married filing separately, so you should not be filing. And I took up this case, and I wrote to the FTB, and the FTB was kind enough to listen to my plea, and they allowed her to file as head of household. Guess what? She saved more than $3,000 because of that.
And that's important for someone who's suffering like that, right?
Yes.
This is social work.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
And we can do that for the people,
and she
right?
and the good news is she can continue to file as head of household until her divorce finally comes through.
Great. And that's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And I think I'm going to check on Nate. Unfortunately, I cannot take more calls. I know the board is lighting up. Please give us a call at the office. The number is 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And I have today with me Koshy George, who is a CPA, who gave us some very, very good tips. One, mixing immigration law, and now debt settlement with the 1099C. And I will let him speak a little bit more in a few minutes, but I just wanted to make an announcement. For those who want to know more about an immigration interview, you need to check out this video, which is on our website right now. It's called it's on SPLGPC. You look it down, it's on the featured video. The first video is a reenactment of an immigration interview. Just watch how the couple get confused and stressed. It's a real couple, real marriage. They just got scared. And the officer, thank you to Chaz playing an excellent immigration officer, just didn't say anything. He was just the way his tone got them scared. And they got confused. And this is what caused most of the problems, this confusion. So
tell them I'm really a nice guy.
Yeah, in reality, he's so sweet. He's like a flower, unless when he turns like a snake. No, I'm just joking. So just tell everybody, check it and pass it to your friends. It's on our website, SPLGPC. Or if you want to watch it on our online TV, it's Peerally, PEERALLY.TV. And the number to call to our office is 510-742-5887. And we are a law firm that does immigration law and debt settlement. Today I have with me the honor of having Koshy George, who is a CPA. And anything to add on the 1099C, Koshy, in 1 minute?
Sure. if you qualify in the exemption category where you don't owe any taxes because of the 1099-C, there is a form. The form is 982, which excludes you from having to file if you fall under any of those conditions and criteria over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So basically, bottom line, ladies and gentlemen, all those forms get me confused, just like immigration, by the way. You should call Koshy, and the number to call Koshy is?
408-833-5830, and the website is www.kpgcpa.net.
Thank you very much, Koshy, and I think we have 1 more minute to go. I wanted to say thank you to Koshy, to Nate, and Chaz, man. And please join us on Friday night. And I wanted to say special thanks for that movie production which is coming. Shattered Freedom coming up soon, guys. We are almost finished with the shooting, and we will be doing the editing, and the movie will be coming out very, very soon now. And we are going to have, and I wanted to say special thanks for those who played on that immigration interview. Tanvi Singh of Tanvi Exotics, Raza Mohammed, Chaz, you know, yours truly, who is here, and Mani Valencia, who did the direction, and Arnold. And I wanted to thank them all for working together with me, making this possible. And this is just a short movie, guys. It's not the big movie. This is just to give you an idea of an immigration interview. And the music by Mahesh Mishra, our music director, I wanted to thank him. And by the way, the background music you're hearing now also has been composed by him, and even our intro. So thank you very much. Nate is kicking us out. Thank you, Koshy. I'll see you soon. Your number again?
408-833-5830.
And my number is 510-742-5887. Ladies and gentlemen, listen to all our shows at night to night. We're having shows from 11 p.m. to midnight. And
ਕੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਾਰ-ਬਾਰ ਸੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਕਾਰਡ ਕੰਪਨੀਆਂ ਕਾਲ ਕਰਕੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸੂ ਕਰਨ ਦੀਆਂ ਧਮਕੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਹਨ, ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਪੇਚੈਕ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ ਪੈਸਾ ਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਜਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਪਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੱਕ ਜਤਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ? ਕੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਵਿਰੁੱਧ ਜਜਮੈਂਟ ਫਾਈਲ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈ? ਤਾਂ ਮੌਕਾ ਦਿਓ ਅਟਾਰਨੀ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਪਿਰਾਲੀ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਨ ਦਾ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲਾਅ ਫਰਮ ਨੇ ਅਣਗਿਣਤ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੈਂਕਰਪਸੀ ਤੋਂ ਬਚਾਇਆ ਹੈ। ਸ਼ਾਹ ਪਿਰਾਲੀ ਲਾਅ ਗਰੁੱਪ ਇਮੀਗ੍ਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਮਸਲਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਡੀਲ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਨ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਜ ਹੀ ਕਾਲ ਕਰੋ 5107425887 ਤੇ 510-742-5887 ਤੇ, ਜਾਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਵੈਬਸਾਈਟ ਵਿਜ਼ਿਟ ਕਰੋ www.peerally.com।